Welcome to WILDRED ATLAS. Welcome to WILDRED ATLAS. Today, we explore Australia's most endangered animals. From number 10 to number 1, each species has a remarkable story of survival. Number 10 is the northern hairy-nosed wombat, one of Australia's rarest marsupials. It survives today in only one protected area of Queensland. Its underground tunnels can stretch more than 30 meters long. These burrows protect not only wombats, but many other animals during extreme heat. It feeds mainly on native grasses, helping keep Australia's grasslands healthy. A female usually raises just one joey every 2 to 3 years. The slow birth rate makes every young wombat incredibly valuable. More than a dozen species use wombat burrows as life-saving shelters. Clearing native grasslands once pushed this species to the edge of extinction. Careful conservation has helped the population grow from fewer than 40 to more than 400 today. Excellent hearing and a powerful sense of smell guide it through the darkness. Its backward-facing pouch keeps dirt away from its young while digging. Its cube-shaped droppings help mark territory without rolling away. Creating a second wild population reduces the risk of losing the species forever. Scientists still discover new behaviors from this secretive nocturnal animal. Protected reserves have become the species' safest refuge. Healthy grasslands mean a healthier future for wombats and countless other species. Recovery is real, but the journey is far from over. Every new generation brings fresh hope for one of Australia's rarest mammals. Recovered, but not yet secure. Next is Australia's remarkable orange-bellied parrot at number 9. Number 9 is the orange-bellied parrot, one of Australia's rarest migrating birds. Every year, it flies hundreds of kilometers between Tasmania and mainland Australia. Its favorite food comes from native grass seeds growing in coastal wetlands. Each breeding season usually produces only one brood of 4 to 6 chicks. By spreading native plant seeds, this tiny bird helps keep fragile wetlands alive. Every migration is a dangerous journey across unpredictable seas and powerful winds. Shrinking coastal wetlands leave fewer places to feed and rest. Introduced predators have made survival even more difficult. Captive breeding programs are helping rebuild the wild population. With your support, we can make a difference. Thanks to decades of conservation, wild numbers are slowly beginning to recover. Even after thousands of kilometers, many return to the exact breeding area where they first hatched. Scientists track individual birds to understand every stage of their migration. Only a small number of young birds survive their first migration. Wild numbers have improved, but the population remains dangerously small. Saving this tiny traveler means protecting an entire migration route. Many of today's wild birds began their lives in conservation breeding programs. Protecting this bird also preserves one of Australia's most fragile coastal ecosystems. The population is recovering, but its future is still far from secure. Every successful migration gives this remarkable species another chance to survive. Our next story takes us into Australia's ancient forests, home to the rare Leadbeater's possum. Number 8 is the Leadbeater's possum, a tiny mammal found nowhere else on Earth. It survives only in the cool mountain forests of southeastern Australia. Entire families often share the same tree hollow for many years. Its long tail helps it make remarkable jumps through the forest canopy. It feeds on tree sap, nectar, and insects, helping keep the forest ecosystem balanced. A mother usually raises one litter of 1 to 2 joeys each year. It depends on ancient hollow trees that can take more than a century to form. Major bushfires can erase decades of habitat in just a few hours. Losing old-growth forests means losing the homes this species cannot quickly replace. Today, scattered forest fragments make finding new territory increasingly difficult. Scientists install artificial nest boxes where natural tree hollows are disappearing. Lightweight tracking devices reveal how each family uses the forest at night. Restoring forest corridors helps isolated populations reconnect and breed. Recovery has begun, but suitable old forests remain extremely limited. Saving this tiny marsupial means protecting forests that took centuries to grow. Protected forests and nest boxes are giving this species another chance to survive. New forests are growing, but ancient tree hollows cannot be replaced overnight. Without old forests, this remarkable marsupial has nowhere else to call home. Every surviving family keeps alive a species found nowhere else on Earth. Next is the Regent honeyeater, whose beautiful song is slowly disappearing from Australia's forests. Number 7 is the Regent honeyeater, one of Australia's most endangered songbirds. It feeds mainly on nectar, carrying pollen from flower to flower. This tiny bird helps thousands of native trees reproduce every flowering season. A female usually raises just 2 or 3 chicks in each breeding season. Today, scattered forests force these birds to travel much farther for food. Young birds learn their songs by listening to older adults. As their numbers decline, many young birds grow up without hearing the correct song. Some even develop unusual songs that make attracting a mate more difficult. Scientists now use recorded songs to help young birds learn their natural calls. Every successful song is another step toward rebuilding the wild population. Captive breeding and carefully planned releases are strengthening the wild population. Each nesting season is closely monitored to measure breeding success. Restoring native woodlands creates future feeding and nesting habitats. Recovery has begun, but the population remains critically vulnerable. Without this bird, Australia's flowering forests would lose an important pollinator. Released birds are helping rebuild breeding populations across protected forests. Healthy forests support not only this bird, but countless other native species. Its song can still echo through the forest, but only if these habitats survive. The population is recovering, but it still depends on long-term conservation. Next is the greater bilby, a remarkable desert survivor fighting for its place in Australia's wild heart. Number 6 is the greater bilby, one of Australia's most remarkable desert mammals. Its enormous ears help detect predators while also releasing body heat. Its powerful claws uncover insects, seeds, bulbs, and underground fungi. One bilby may dig dozens of burrows across its territory. These burrows trap rainwater and provide shelter for many other desert animals. A female can raise several litters each year when food is plentiful. Bilbies once occupied nearly 7% of Australia's mainland. Introduced red foxes became one of the greatest threats to the species. Feral cats continue to hunt bilbies across much of their remaining range. Predator-free reserves have given bilbies a real chance to recover. Every burrow turns hard desert soil into fertile ground for new plant life. Freshly dug soil traps seeds and rainwater, helping native plants take root. Scientists monitor bilbies to understand how protected populations are expanding. Several protected populations are now growing after years of conservation. Despite this progress, bilbies still survive in only a fraction of their former range. Each new generation gives Australia's deserts another chance to thrive. Recovery is possible when science, conservation, and nature work together. These remarkable species are recovering, but none of them are safe from extinction yet. It depends on ancient hollow trees that can take more than a century to form. This ranking reflects WILDRED Atlas's own perspective and is not an official scientific ranking. Every endangered species plays an irreplaceable role in nature. Together, we can help protect Australia's incredible wildlife. Subscribe to WILDRED Atlas and join us in Part 2, where Australia's 5 most endangered species are waiting. See you in the next episode.